All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday, December 21st. We got 11 games on the NBA slate tonight. Like we always do, we'll go through each and every game. We'll talk about it. I'll give you what I'm thinking. I'll give you a lean on the game. But I say it in every video, guys. The final plays that I'm actually going to be rolling with will be in the pinned comment, guys. If you don't see anything in the pinned comment right now, it just means those plays are still on the way. So make sure to check back later. We're coming off of a 1-1 night, which means we're still on a 6-1 run, but the Warriors and Knicks, that overcashed easily, but the Grizzlies, we took a money line. That did not come through for us. So a 1-1 night last night. It did put us over the top, though, hitting the ride of the day for the third straight day. Shout out to Chase here. Ja Morant over 44.5 PRAs. Kind of easily cashed it, kind of sweated it out, but yeah, Ja Morant there cashing that one. Looks like Chase put a unit and a half on that for the ride of the day. So shout out to Chase there, guys. If you do want to be the ride of the day, all you got to use is hashtag ride of the day in the comments, guys, and I'll be jumping on board with one person's pick, and you guys get a shout out, win or loss, in the next video. We've hit 3 in a row. I think that puts us on, I think we missed 2 prior to that, so we're on a 3-2 run here, but a 3-0 run in our last 3. So shout out to you guys. Make sure to use hashtag ride of the day in the comments, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys, and like the video as well. Yesterday's video got a bunch of likes. Let's try and break that. Let's aim for 115 likes in today's video. And before we jump into it, I do want to talk to you guys about something on the channel here, a sponsor that we are working with, DG Fantasy, guys. Make sure to check it out. We're gonna use the link in the description. You can save $5 on it, but if you guys are over on Prize Picks and you're playing Prize Picks, this is the optimizer. I'm sharing my screen right here. You can compare sportsbooks lines with Prize Picks lines, and you can also look at what sportsbooks odds are, all these popular sportsbooks, so you know that you're going into your Prize Picks plays with an edge. If you're following me on TikTok and we're doing the Prize Picks plays, this is nothing new to you guys, but make sure to check it out, guys. I use this tool every single day to help me win some money over on Prize Picks. So make sure to go check that out. Link in the description. Save $5. Let's move on here to our games. We're starting it off with Milwaukee traveling over to Cleveland. Cleveland 2-point favorites, total 216.5 in this game here. Chris Middleton looks like he's doubtful for Cleveland. No injuries to note. Milwaukee coming off of 2 straight wins to Utah and New Orleans. Cleveland coming off of 4 straight wins. They've won 5 of their last 6 games. They covered last time out against Utah here. This spread honestly did surprise me here. 2 points. I know Cleveland is at home, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They're 15-2 straight up at home. 15-2 straight up at home. Against the spread, they're 11-4-1. 11-4-2, excuse me. So they are killing it at home. This Milwaukee team isn't as good as they are as Cleveland is at home, as Milwaukee is on the road. But that being said, for whatever reason, I still feel like this is a little bit of a trap game for Cleveland. They've been playing such good basketball, and all of a sudden you're looking at it saying, okay, they should be able to compete with this Milwaukee team. Maybe Giannis goes off. So I think I'm going to slightly lean to the road underdog here. Keep an eye on the injury report for Middleton, or if anyone gets ruled out late. But yeah, I'm gonna lean Milwaukee here slightly. I don't think this becomes a final play, because and that's just me being transparent, I truly do think Cleveland can win this game by 5-6 points. But for whatever reason, just looking at the numbers, I do think Milwaukee has plenty of a chance to win this game outright, given how they've been, kind of playing as of late as well. So I'm going to lean Milwaukee here +2. I wouldn't be surprised if this does not become a final play, or I should say I'd be surprised if this becomes a final play. I'm also going to look at the over in this game, 216.5. Moving on, we got Philly hosting Detroit. Philly 11-point favorites here, total 225. This Detroit team coming off of a game last night against Utah. They lost 111-126. Philly coming off of 5 straight wins, and against some decent talent here. Toronto, Golden State, Sacramento, Charlotte, the Lakers, when the Lakers were playing decent basketball. They've won 7 of their last 10 games. In their last 10, they're also 6-4 against the spread, 5-1 at home. I'm going to lean Philly minus the 11 points in this one. I hate to do this 2 games in a row, but I don't think this becomes a final play either. I don't love double digits in this one. Detroit, obviously not the team that can hang with Philly, but the last time Detroit had double-digit spreads, they covered here against New Orleans. They're 11-point favorites, and then Memphis again in 11.5. So I'm going to lean Philly. Don't totally love it here. In terms of a total, at 225 is tempting to pull the trigger on the over, but I think I'm staying away from that tonight. All right, my Boston Celtics, 9.5-point favorites. Just got to win by 10. Total is 231 in this game. This Pacers team has surprised me plenty, but this Boston Celtics team needs to get things going again. They've lost 4 of their last 5. They're 5-5 in their last 10, and the teams that they're losing to, they shouldn't be losing to. Orlando back-to-back games. I imagine they come out with some fire here. Jason Tatum now upgraded to probable. Grant Williams upgraded to probable. Marcus Smart is questionable, so we'll keep an eye on that. But I'm going to lean the Celtics here minus the 9.5 points. They just have to come back with a little bit of vengeance, right? They lost 2 straight games outright to Orlando, both games in which they were double-digit favorites, 13-point favorites, 10.5-point favorites. So I have to imagine they're ready to come back and win this one. They are at home. They're 11-4 against the spread. They're 11-4 straight up at home this season, 9-6. So I'm going to lean Celtics here minus 9.5. Don't love the total on either side. All right, Atlanta hosting Chicago. Chicago taking the win last night against Miami. We watched that game because we had some money and player props over there. That was the first win for Chicago in 5 games. Atlanta coming off of 2 straight wins. They've won 3 of the last 5, but they're not covering very well here. There's 6 or 7-point favorites in this one. Total is 233.5. I would love to lean Chicago. These two teams played 10 days ago or so, and Chicago kept this game to 1 point. I would love to lean Chicago in this one, so I am going to lean Chicago. The only issue I have is that it is a back-to-back for them, but those starters did get, probably 2 minutes of rest last night. Donovan kept them in for so long. I don't know why. We were watching that, and I was like, take the starters out. We had DeMar DeRozan under 5.5 rebounds. He had 5 and played the last 20 minutes of the game. Still cash, luckily. Make sure to check us out on TikTok for our prize picks plays. But yeah, I was like, what are we doing here? Why are they still playing? They played the rest of the game, did get a couple minutes of rest, so hopefully that helps them out. But yeah, they're playing against the Hawks team here. This Hawks team got some guys back. John Collins, Trae Young, not on the injury report. DeJounte Murray, not on the injury report. Clint Capella still out there. But nonetheless, I'm going to lean Chicago here, getting 7 points. I think that's a lot of points to give a team like Chicago. Does Atlanta win this game? Probably, but I think 7 points, they keep it close. All right, Golden State traveling to Brooklyn. Brooklyn 12.5-point favorites in this one. Steph Curry's still out, and they're on a back-to-back. So Klay Thompson is out. Andrew Wiggins still out. We'll keep an eye on Draymond Green, but no injuries for Brooklyn. I hate to do it to you guys, but I'm just going to punt this one away. 12 points. I'm punting this one away for sure. I don't love this spot at all. What I do like, I would say, is the potential at an over game. So I'm going to lean the over 223.5, but definitely do not love either side of the spread. New York taking on Toronto. New York 1-point favorites here. Total is 218. These two teams yet to play this season, which is surprising. But in their last 10 are completely opposite teams. New York coming off of a win last night against Golden State. They're 8-2 in their last 10. Toronto's 2-8 in their last 10. At home, New York is 4-1-1 against the spread, and on the road, Toronto is 1-3. Barring any injuries that we don't see in this injury report, they are on a back-to-back. Keep that in mind. I'm going to lean New York here. This Toronto team just hasn't been playing well. Now, they've had a decent strength of schedule in their last 5 games or so, so I give them a little credit there, but this New York team, they're beating some good teams too, so I'm going to lean the team that is just on fire right now, New York here, minus the 1. All right, Portland taking on OKC. OKC hosting this one. 4-point dogs at home. Total is 234.5. These two teams played 3 days ago, and OKC won the game outright by 2 points. Damian Lillard now probable. Yusuf Nurkic is questionable. Jeremy Grant probable. Gary Payton out. Josh Hart probable. Eubanks probable, and Little is out. For OKC, Baisley is out. Robinson Earl is out. Giddey is out. So decent amount of injuries to note there. Damian Lillard is not on the injury report. I think that these are the two types of teams that kind of split this one. So I'm going to lean Portland. I would love this if this was a 2.5-point spread, not 4. But I'm going to lean Portland here on the road, minus the 4 points. In terms of a total, 235.5 sounds like a lot to ask for from two teams that, yes, they can go off, but they're also well within their own realm and capable enough to play some sloppy basketball. So I'm going to lean the under in this one as well. So I'm going to lean Portland and the under. All right, Minnesota hosting Dallas. Minnesota getting 3.5 points at home. Total is 227. These two teams also played a couple nights back. Minnesota won 116 to 106. In terms of injuries for Dallas, Tim Hardaway is probable. Dwight Howell is questionable. Finney Smith is out. Kleber is out from Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, Kyle Anderson, both questionable. And Karl Anthony Towns still out in this one. I think that this Dallas team, they lose to Minnesota last time outright. They were 5.5 or 6-point favorites, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and lean Dallas, getting a little bit of revenge here. Yes, they're on the road. Yes, I do think that they play a little bit differently when they are on the road. They're 5-9 against the spread this season on the road. 3-11 straight up, not that great. But I think they get a little bit of revenge on Minnesota. I don't think Minnesota is this special team or anything like that. And I see the line moving in Dallas's favor here in terms of playing it. So I'm going to lean Dallas here, hoping to get that at 3 or 2.5. Orlando traveling to Houston. Why did I almost just say a battle of Texas teams? I'm just a dummy. Houston, 1.5 point dogs at home. This Orlando team surprising a lot of people. They're 11-21 this season, but they're 17-12-3 against the spread, which is definitely just very, very surprising to me. And they lost this Houston team last time they played. They're 8-1-1 against the spread in their last 10 games, and they've had plenty of injuries to note. But you know what? I'm going to lean that way again here. They're, only having to win this game by 2. It's probably even worth looking into a money line play if that line moves. I'm going to lean Orlando here. They are the hot hand. They're coming off of a game in which they sure as hell covered 2 nights ago against Atlanta, and that was their first loss in 7 games. So I'm going to lean Orlando here, plus or minus the 1.5 points. In terms of a total as well, I do kind of like the under in this one. I think that these two teams can get pretty damn sloppy. All right, we have the Kings hosting the Lakers. Kings 6-point favorites here at home. Total is 237. These two teams played early November. Sacramento won that one 120-114, excuse me. In their last 10 games, the Lakers started to turn things around, but they're come back down to earth. They're now 5-5 in their last 10. Sacramento 6-4 against spread, 2-1 at home. I don't think 6 points is too much to ask for. Anthony Davis out, Russell Westbrook questionable, LeBron James questionable. I'm assuming Russell and LeBron play, but no major injuries here on the Sacramento side of things. Harrison Barnes and Domantas Sabonis probable. I would say keep an eye on those. If they lose Sabonis or Barnes, this probably chalks his play away from me. But since they're both probable, at least on the site that I'm looking at, I do lean Sacramento here minus the 6 points. In terms of 237.5, it's super, super high. I want to pull the trigger on the under, but I could totally see these two teams putting up a bunch of points. So I'm sticking away from the total in that one. All right, we got the Clippers, hosting the Charlotte Hornets here. 7-point favorites. They are at home. The Clippers total is 220. This Charlotte team played against this Clippers team just, 2 weeks ago or so, and kept that game to 2 points. They were 6-point underdogs, and they kept that game to 2 points. They're not playing that well, but they're 3-1 against the spread in their last 4 games. It's a lot of points to give. Terry Rozier is doubtful, but Paul George, Reggie Jackson, Norm Powell, and Zubac also questionable for the Clippers here. I'm going to lean Charlotte. They're coming off of an outright win against Sacramento a couple nights ago. Maybe they're feeling themselves. I'm going to lean Charlotte here plus the 7 points. Maybe we get it at a higher number at some point during the day here, but I'm going to lean Charlotte plus the 7. I don't totally love the pick. I know I said that for a couple games here tonight, guys, but that's just me being completely honest. And I also like the under 225 in this one. And that is going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. Hope you guys do enjoy, and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We're heading to the holidays, but we're not stopping here. We are traveling from the 26th to the 30th, so hopefully we can figure out a way to get some damn videos out to you guys, because we've been good. Car videos, on the go videos. We haven't missed a day in a minute, so hopefully you guys do appreciate that, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. All right, peace out.